Welcome back everyone and welcome to World of Worship, and let's talk buffs and nerfs. And I do not have any stats yet for Yashima, but I do have a nerf. How weird is that? So I believe, guys, without saying too much, we're going to want to make some difference between Yamato and Yashima beside those guns, and they decide actually to nerf the secondary. You will not have Yashima's secondary 7 kilometers. You will have her at 6 kilometers only, so the secondary at 6. Once again, reload and HP pool and all that, I have no idea Yashima's stats yet, but I will talk to you as soon as I get them. Now there is a new oncoming premium tier 8 German battleship Odin, and let's talk about her. It is huge damn nerf, and I have no idea. We are going to Tech 3, we are going to UK, and we are going to this ship Monarch, which I don't have. I actually sold her. Or no, I do have her. Alright. Guys, the battleship Odin has been heavily nerfed in hit points from 62,700 to 52,800. Now, this Monarch A-hole has 53,900, which I believe it's the lowest HP pool of any battleship at tier 8. Let me know in the comment below. But this Odin will have even more or less 1,000 HP pool less than this thing. Kind of a weird. Let me know in a comment below. The Odin probably be overperform or something. We're going to decide to nerf her by whopping 10,000 HP pool less. Now we are going to talk about the Marceau, the French premium destroyer. You know, the Kleber's speed. You know exactly what I'm talking about. They nerfed their reload time from 3.5 seconds to 4 seconds, which is not crazy. But remember, the Marceau does not have any torpedo or gun reload like the French destroyer line, so I would like to mention that. They also nerfed the torpedo. We can go to Kleber, but it's literally a Kleber with different guns. That's what it is. France and Kleber. Because very much I would like to see the difference between torpedoes and stuff like that. So the new Marcel will have this slightly nerf reload from 3.5 to 4 seconds. Also, torpedo are reloading in between 150 seconds. So it used to have 120 seconds. So now it's kind of a big, large, literally more than 2 minutes and a half to wait for your torpedo to reload. I know they are 9 kilometers instead, but guys, it's kind of a weird, you know. Let me know in a comment below. Here's the reload, 77 seconds, and you know, it's not quite a torpedo, but I have no idea why we're gonna decide to do this nonsense. And something else, the ballistic shell speed has been changed. So for instance, I'll just give you an example. At range at 11.4 kilometers away, it will take 9.85 seconds to reach the target, instead of what it was earlier. Well, you know, your notes show you this replay was 8.13 seconds at the max range at 11.4. Now it takes more than literally one more second, or close to two more seconds to reach the same target. So it's more floaty shells. I don't know about that, guys. But remember that she does not have any smoke, and if you don't hit a target at max range, you cannot go and YOLO in and shoot someone at 10 kilometers and expect that you survive. So I believe it's wrong from Wargaming that they nerf this ballistic shells. I know exactly what I'm talking about. I do have a Kiev, and I do have Trashcan, I do have Udaloy. So the shells are everything from, let's say if you play Destroy without smoke, the only thing you're relying on your speed, but you have to know how to aim and how to hit your target, and you need to hit the target at max range. Closer you are, worse are you. You know, the chance that someone will take a good shot and kill you. That's what I'm trying to say. Now we are going to go into Tech 3, guys. Unfortunately, Wargaming of some very strange reason. This is something important that I would like to mention for you guys. Wargaming decided to give the Swedish destroyer lines, or pan-European destroyer line, you can call them whatever you want, this AA buff. At the same time, they will nerf the entire line from literally tier 4 all the way to tier 10, slightly nerfing the DPM. I will explain you one by one. So, they also buffed the turret traverse speed. The turret traverse speed for tier 4 class Horn, it will increase from 10 to 8. Turret traverse speed reduced from 10 to 8 degrees per second. Torpedo reload time was increased from 55 to 59 seconds, so it's a nerf of by 4 seconds. It's not a crazy, I mean, it's still 59 seconds is still alright. Now for the tier 5 destroyer Visby, the same turret traverse speed has been increased by 2 seconds, and the same story, guys, the torpedo rearmed are increased by 4 seconds, and the main reload, your reload your main guns from 5.5 to 6.5 seconds, which is bad, guys, because I cannot beside the French destroyer, I don't know if it's a destroyer with this poor 6.5 second reload. Roughly, this is probably big. Honestly, 1 second longer reload. Now the tier 6 destroyer Västerås, it has been the same, buffed and nerfed, slightly faster turret traverse speed. On the other hand, 4 seconds slower torpedo reload, and whopping 1 more second on the main guns from 5.5 to 6.5 second of your reload of your main guns. Now the tier 9 Swedish or pan-European destroyer Östergötland, that's what you call it, also has been nerfed in a torpedo reload from 90 seconds to 100 seconds, and your main armor, your main guns reload instead of 2 seconds 2.3, so it's not crazy over there, it's slightly adjust, shall I say. And 10 second, yeah, it's still alright. I mean, 100 second for those, you have 8 torpedoes, but they travel extremely fast, and the DPM, it's alright. Now for the tier 10, and this time I need to talk about the Friesland, because I really want to compare the tier 10. Guys, the way I see it, once again, guys, the way I see it, Wargaming wants the European, pan-European destroyers to be strong in AA, and I'll explain you why. The mid-range AA zone for the destroyer Holland has been changed from 5 to 4 kilometers only. It's huge. Now let's see what the mid-range. I'll talk about AA mid-range. I will compare it with Friesland. Mid-range. She does have 3.5, so you know, probably the 4 kilometer was, or 5 kilometer was kind of a broken for the tier 10 pan-European destroyer. However, now the continuous damage of mid-range AA has been increased. Holland have, guys, the best AA performance of any surface ship in this game. So what Wargaming did, they nerf 1 kilometers in mid-range from 5 to 4 kilometers, but at the same time they did this continuous yes, this one. Oh man, long range, mid-range. Yes, this continuous DPM, as you see here, increased from 256 to 263 DPM. The Friesland has 284, by the way. So it's increased, but it also means that what do you mean they have no plan whatsoever to nerf the AA of Swedish destroyer. A matter of fact, if I see here from the stats, Wargame decide also to increase her long range. I'm talking about those long range DPM from 140 to 144. And this ship, the Friesland, have 147. What I'm trying to say, guys, is that they actually buff instead of nerfing the AA. You may argue it's a huge nerf in range. In range, it is true, but at the same time, at mid-range and long range, they increased the DPM. Not decreasing, not nerfing them. They only nerfing the range. But remember, guys, and this is kind of important, detection by air, you have 2.9. So what I'm trying to say, it's from 2.9 all the way to 4 kilometers. Your mid-range, you straight planes left and right, and you have AA defense. So the way I see it, there's no way in hell that Wargaming will nerf the AA of those Swedish destroyer. They will actually buff them slightly, but at the same time a shorter range. Now something extremely important, guys. Most of CC and community contributors, those one who can play with the Småland, you never received one single battle, not one single ship, because I believe they were underperforming the tier 10 Swedish destroyer premium one, not the Holland, the premium one, the Småland, receive a gimmick. They want to make them kind of a different between each other. It's basically the same hull, same guns, almost same torpedo. Instead of 10 you have 8, so that's the biggest difference between Holland and Småland. And of course Småland will have radar. However, we need to go to my, I don't know what to say, guys, to my okay, just talk about what's the gimmick. Wargaming decided actually the same time also nerfing the AA exactly like the Hollands in shorter range, but they give her an extremely unique speed boost. You see, the speed boost for the French destroyer, I do believe it's plus 20%, right? 20%, that is true. Wargaming decided to give this particular destroyer, the Småland, a unique speed boost. That speed boost increased plus 30%, which means that the ship's maximum speed when this is active will reach her 45.3 knots. So let me know in a comment below, what does the Kaba and Kleber have for speed when they have the speed boost on? Is it over 45.3 or close to that? But this on the other hand, guys, will only last for 60 seconds, this amazing speed boost. And also give her, instead of 2 chargers, I'm talking about the consumable, she will receive 3 consumables, 4 with premium ones. If you put the premiums consumable, then you have 4 chargers, so you know what I mean. So reload in every 180 seconds, or with premium 120, and the action time of this speed boost is only 60 seconds. I don't know what to say, guys. Please let me know in a comment below. I believe it's unique. The only problem I see with this Swedish destroyer is that it's kind of a big reload between, even if you put the premium, your next reload is in 100 seconds if you have the premium one consumable. If you have the standard, it's 150 seconds. So there is a cooldown of at least 100 seconds between this amazing good looking speed. Kind of a unique. Now let's talk about the tier 8 British heavy cruiser, Stage 3. We are going to UK. And literally, guys, some strange reason we're going to actually decide to nerf the entire British heavy cruiser line. They was almost leaked. I don't know if you pay attention to the stream yesterday. They said that they overperform and let's nerf him. And this is the nerf, guys. I'll talk about the. This is the standard tier 8, but then it's on the way a premium version of this ship, and they will actually nerf the reload from 11.5 to 12.5 seconds, but also detection. The detection also has been nerfed. The detection by ship from 1.9 to 12.1 kilometers, and by planes from 7.39 to 7.51. Okay, and also a penalty in the smoke. And something else kind of a weird, it's on the way a tier 6 premium cruiser London, which smoke, I do believe it's Belfast 2.0 or something like that. They nerf heavily the long range AA, reduced from 98 to only 56 damage per second. That it's kind of a bit. She's a tier 6 cruiser, no, don't get me wrong. Continuous mid range also has increased. Now I'm talking about from mid range, from 77 to 84 damage per second, and continuous damage of a short AA increase from 130 to 140. But this long range, it's almost half of what it used to have. And also they give her number of explosion per salvo reduced from 4 to 2, so you only have 2 flags instead of 4 flag. And also less damage in explosion. And now let's talk about regular tier 3, tier 6. This will also be nerfed of some very strange reason. Yeah, this one. Many of you guys already have this ship, and well, they will nerf again. And what it's the nerf, it's actually I can actually talk very clear and exactly what I mean. And alright, that it's the AA. They only nerf the AA. Continuous damage long range AA reduced from 95 to 53. Okay, that is long range. Here's the proof, guys. You have right now 95, you will have 53 instead in the when they will be released next patch. It's almost half of your DPM. It's not great, but it's even worse, and slightly above the increase of your mid-range. Mid-range, it's from 0.1 to 2.5, and that is from 151 to okay, over here it's 102, I don't know why, to 161. So okay, if there is 161, it's pretty big, significant increase, but it's a mid-range. It's from 0.1 to 2.5 kilometers. And short range, this short range also has been increased to 165. So both of them, they got buffed, but heavily nerfed the long range one. And also this is kind of important, damage within the explosion reduction from 1400 to 1120, and number explosion salvo reduced from 4 to 2. Yeah, so that's all, guys. I don't know, let me know in a comment below, is it a big thing, this AA, or probably it is. In my honestly opinion, at tier 6 there's a lot of carriers, and sometimes you will face 2 carriers in each side, so defending yourself or not defending yourself, it's a big thing. I can't wait to see a video about the Småland in action with the new buff, this amazing speed boost, which absolutely ridiculous. I do honestly believe it's one of the fastest destroy around. You are crazy good, and I believe it's fun, different, unique gameplay. You don't have smoke, but you have crazy good DPM, crazy good AA, crazy good torpedo, and radar as well, and pretty stealthy. Yeah, that I very much would like to see the Småland in action. Let me know in a comment below of which one are you most hyped for. Thanks guys for watching, and always captains, fair seas, and goodbye.